Okay, welcome back, people. How have you been? Hope you are doing well. Day number two, two of the Halloween special that we've chosen for our refined audience. Indeed, The Darkness 2, great game from the 7th generation. We are doing a Halloween special. Indeed, with this game that is quite amazing. So it's an FPS. We are playing it on hard mode. And it has proven to be quite interesting because it had mechanics like the light and those things. So well, I want to finish it. See if I can finish it in 2 days. That would be 8 hours of gameplay. Otherwise, I don't know. We can play. I don't know when we can finish it, because that is the problem. That's the problem with Halloween specials, people. That maybe I can only finish the game only after October the 31st. Hey yo, how are you doing, Patrick? Oh, you always warm my heart visiting me at the beginning. If everyone was like that, I would be so incredibly happy with that. But yeah, they do have their different jobs and everything, and etc. And you as well, you dedicate your time to visiting me, so it's even more valuable for me. How are you doing, Patrick? We had a lot of fun yesterday with the psychopath that visited us. Unemployed activities. No, don't worry. No, it's an. I was reading. You were reading Mr. Thomas Aquinas previously. Oh, brutal. That's a huge challenge. He speaks in a medieval tongue as well. And you could see all of the deficiencies of modern society reflected, I bet, in those. Let me pick the talents, people, and we can begin. I want to finish the game. Um, Pretty much. You receive more ammo whenever an enemy is killed with a hitman execution? No. Okay, with execution? No. Grab vulnerable to prefer powers and hasten the recharge of gunshot? No, but that enemies that have been staggered or knocked down will remain vulnerable to being after they create a shield from the darkness. Interesting. This one is interesting. Okay, but for now, I've invested most of my points. We'll reserve our points for now, our essences for now. Any debates, say District? District, how are you doing? Patrick, you are already encouraging Patrick to begin the debates. No, District, yesterday I had a psychopath. I don't know if you watched the VOD. I had a psychopath who first insulted me, asking if I had any mental problems. He was probably a communist. This is my hello. Any debates? And he fucking subbed. Like, imagine District subbing to someone you hate and giving him money because he did give me the $2 the sub, and then he started insulting me. No. That was the best Halloween special. It was a good experience being my first Halloween special, honestly. So yeah, any debate, there's always debate District, whichever you'd like. We were. I don't know if I told you there were elections in my country last week, and we finally got rid of communism. So it's all for them, for the psychopaths that insult me, I guess. All yours, psychopaths. It's all yours. You keep them. In that sense. But no, I'm also happy that the game I picked is amazing. That's for sure. That's for sure.
I'm just so sorry about your aunt. She was
The game I picked is amazing.
Funeral is today. We should get down there soon.
Yeah, let's go.
It had a boss fight district. I don't know if you could watch it. If you didn't watch the VOD, there was a boss fight. I think you sadly had to go. There was a boss fight in which the lights would nullify all the powers of the player, and you would need to reposition and fight against a bulldozer, a construction machine with with some mobs spawning and everything. So it was absolutely brilliant, the mechanics. You have a question? That's your opinion. Sure, District, fire away. Participate with the debate. No worries. No worries. Never stop participating because others because Pillow or Patrick participate a lot as well. You participate as well. You can handle all of the debates at once. No worries. No worries. No worries.
When I was
Can be
18,
about games. It
growing
doesn't
up
need to
beside
be about
cocksucking
life.
Uncle Paulie,
Opinion on
I used to
humans
go tiger
returning to the
Broncos,
moon
real shithole
on
like a dog.
February
But the
2026
waitress,
and staying
biggest
there
tits you ever seen.
10 days. Oh, so
The
they are
best
going to go
focus like that.
camping.
And I
I
used
say
to
it's a
go
very
in there.
risky mission.
Next thing I
Well,
know, 5 goons are stomping my head in. Fucking assholes put me in a hospital for a week.
I've
2
always
people
said,
sat with me the whole time.
as a general rule
Janet
of thumb,
and my
and
Aunt
everything
Sarah.
could go wrong. No, no, no.
My last day there, when I'm finally healed up, Aunt Sarah leans in, slips me a piece of paper. It's got the names and addresses of the assholes who put me in there. One look and I got the lesson. I wasn't gonna make the same mistake those fuckers did.
The idea is that I've always said that humanity needed two things. This is way before we are talking about 2006, 2008 when I said this. Humanity had to do two things to make progress. You're going to laugh. One was artificial intelligence,
This is real.
the other one was space exploration. You're gonna laugh, but I said that humanity had to progress in artificial intelligence back in 2006, 2005. I said it to my English teacher. I have a witness. I don't know if she would remember, but no worries. Okay. So, and the question is,
Come on, Jackie. Let's you and me head up.
if it could go wrong, what's your opinion about them returning to the moon?
Right, didn't they, Vinny?
You bet. Top shelf all the way. Classic. Little long, but you know us Catholics like to talk.
As a rule of thumb, it is needed to explore the space, because what we can observe of the universe, District, is that right now there's a process of acceleration, of expansion of the observable universe. Why the moon? What can we get from the moon? Probably minerals to develop weapons. Minerals, probably District. Uranium, maybe. For the US, maybe. Hopefully. Not for the communist killers of China. I guess.
It wouldn't have been the same seeing your Aunt Sarah off without the old Jackie Estacado.
Uranium, maybe? I don't know, minerals. Things like those. But basically, I've always said as a rule of thumb that we needed to do space exploration as to progress, because of the general state of what we can observe of the universe. Right now, the universe is accelerating. So when in its expansion, right now, for those of you who don't know, a bit of context. I know that District already knows this probably, but but the landing will happen like mid-2026. Call me an astronaut, but how I explore Uranus? Sorry, no worries, Peter, it was good. Okay, it was a good one. But the space ship, what they will use, will be around the moon in February. Well, I think the which one was it? The SpaceX from Musk had better rockets that could do all kind of crazy stuff. They're in space.
This is a tough pill to swallow, Jackie.
Pretty much.
But she's home now, right? Buried here with the rest of your family. It's a shame Jenny wasn't buried here too, you know. She was family to you. I'm sorry she's gone.
She's always with me.
Jackie, I know what a terrible burden you carry, but carrying that burden is what made you strong. What'll get you through this. I want you to know I think you're...
What on earth?
That's one tough old lady, Jackie. How many times do I have to shoot her before she surrenders?
Oh boy. Nice, second boss fight, people. Now I answer it. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. The Artemis 2nd, February 2026. This will be the first crewed mission to go around the moon in over 50 years since the legendary landing of 1964, it was, I think. It will test the spacecraft and systems for future missions, but will not land on the surface. The crew includes Christina Koch, Victor Glober, Reid Wiseman, and Jeremiah Hansen. Artemis 3rd, mid 2027. The mission is planned to include the first lunar landing since the Apollo missions. The goal is to land astronauts on the moon and establish a sustainable presence. Yeah, like expanding throughout the space. No, going back to your question that I never answered it in a satisfactory way. What's your opinion about going to Mars? I think it is quite positive overall, if you ask me. I think it's something that we need to do as humanity. Why the moon? You would say that maybe other planets are more interesting, I guess. More interesting or more important, but well, we do have limitations still. As I was telling, as I was precisely commenting, what they have a light? They have lights? Oh shit, they have lights. The idea is that yes, we need to expand through the solar system at least, because the universe is accelerating in its expansion as we speak. It has been for quite a while. So basically that means that the galaxies are going further and further apart, turning everything eventually into a big, cold, empty darkness, precisely. A big, cold, empty darkness that will separate the galaxies apart due to this acceleration, in that sense. So, because of that, I do think it is required to move beyond the solar system to continue observing these phenomena as a species in the long future ahead of us. Space is the scariest thing, to be honest. Indeed, it is the scariest thing ever in the universe, without a doubt. It's so devoid of life and if you think about it, at the end of the day, it's pure cold. Pure cold. All that you can find in it. As I told you, right now, as we are speaking for thousands of millions of years, like it is expanding, it is creating the galaxies and everything, but that causes them to like a rope to start stretching it, and the galaxies go further and further apart. Hey, where's my boss fight? The boss disappeared here. Where's my boss fight? Aha. So it is quite scary indeed. It is indeed quite scary because of that. It is quite scary because that mechanic is amazing when you grab the shield from the enemies, because you actually have to do a mouse movement. You have to do a motion mouse movement like that. Me, I just don't think space is infinite. Well, that's the ultimate question of it. It's not that much as if... Why would you say that, District? Because it's the main question of our century. The shape of it more than the extension itself. I have no bullets. Right. I have bullets with my power, but not without it. Give me that. I don't think... But why? There has to be a reason. If it's infinite, then we are in a simulation or something. No, it is the greatest question of this century. What is the shape of it? That is determined by the shape of it. The answer to your question. If the shape of the universe is like bidimensional, like in a single plane extending, the shape determines the answer to your question. If the shape is like plane, then it expands indefinitely. Then it is infinite. I think it has to have a barrier. Well, that would be the case if the shape was either like round, like Earth, or I don't know, any other shape that has any resemblance to a circle or a triangle or any geometric form that isn't plane. So yes, it could be the case. It has to do with the shape. The answer to your question is the shape. It depends on the shape that it has, that we don't know. It depends on the shape of it. If the shape that it takes is round or anything like that, then it has to somehow implode in on itself because it's not infinite, and instead of completely extending constantly, I just think we are in a simulation. Someone is watching the whole space. Oh, interesting theory, yeah? It's very interesting theory and definitely viable. Not what I would say, but definitely viable. I do believe that it somehow needs to have a mechanism to keep expanding indefinitely. I don't think there's a barrier because of this metaphysical principle. Because even if what you say is like that, like we are in a simulation, call it with whatever definition you'd like about the simulation, like Matrix and everything, regardless of that, imagine that I put, someone is watching the whole, imagine that I put this cell phone inside of a box. But have you thought maybe there is something that lets the space expanding and we didn't find yet? So far, the answer to that is the dark matter. The dark matter, which is a part of the subatomic particles that scientists are trying to solve in this century. Basically, it's been the most modern problem that we've encountered. There's something in the subatomic particles of the darkness that we see in space that is called dark matter, and really we don't know if that is like the fuel for the gravity to then create the planets and everything. But my theory to say that I do believe it's infinite is the following. Even if you put this cell phone inside of a box, then if you move the box, the cell phone moves inside of it. So even if we find a barrier, like for example our current barrier is the observable universe, our current barrier is sight from our telescopes, we do know that space potential is much bigger than what we can observe. Our current limitation is the what we can observe, but we do not know what happens with objects that enter a black hole, for example, and it could happen that inside of black holes then they are like transports, like a bus, to even more galaxies that have been created afterwards. So I would have subscribed for a multi-universe theory, I guess, so far, because we really do not know. what happens. So the thing that we should do is start throwing things in black holes and try to observe what they do. I've always proposed people. I've always proposed, and this may seem a bit brutal, I propose the big bad drug lords and the worst criminals of society, I've always proposed them to be thrown inside of black holes. For example, the killers, the people who are sentenced to death and those things. For example, I would throw them in black holes, for example. I think this too, that black hole as a transportation, well, and then how can it be, how can it find a barrier, then would be the question. If it's a transport, then a transport leads to somewhere else, to some other existence, you know, district, it would be the thing. That's why I've always suggested, as I've said, throwing criminals to black holes. I suggested it once publicly over at the university. Some people laughed, some people thought I was a genius and shook my hand. I had different responses. What are yours, people? I've always said that. I've always said that. We should throw criminals to black holes to explore space. That way we kill two birds with one stone. Pretty much, because you get rid of criminals, big bad criminals, not low offenses. Things like killers, drug traffickers, etc. Throw them to a black hole. What do you say, people? I have had different responses, always. Some people loved me for that, others hated me. You're laughing, but I said it publicly once over at the university. I once said it publicly. Some guys shook my hand and told me, "You are a fucking genius, man. I am not on your level ever." Oh, it's a good idea. No, going back to this, I think if we want to advance technology, we need to land on another planets. Yes, definitely. Definitely, we need to expand through the solar system. Besides, as we all know, our sun will eventually run out of light. So, in order to preserve our species, I grabbed that shit. Oh damn it! It's not precise. I was actually pressing Q to grab it. If you want to advance technology, we need to land on another planet right now. We need to land on another planet. Yeah, for sure. We still don't have any space. No, the problem would be, you mean inside of the solar system district? We only have like cargo stations. Yeah. Like, but you mean inside of the solar system? For example, do you know that right now our solar system is moving? Yes, inside of the solar system. Okay. Well, the problem with that would be then that our solar system is actually moving. The whole galaxy is moving, actually. The whole galaxy is moving in a collision with Alpha Centauri. Actually, they are constantly moving because it's a spiral galaxy, and as a spiral, it moves. How? Yes, it's moving because the spiral does not stay in its gravity center around the sun. It's the black hole that is at the center of our galaxy. Like, pretty much the shape. This, yes, we know, people. The shape of our galaxy, yes, we know it perfectly so far. It's like a huge black hole at the center of the Milky Way. We're in the Milky Way. In the third arm, as I think I told you this, I think, on stream. And the spiral moves, and it's moving in a collision with Alpha Centauri. Eventually the galaxies will merge. We will merge with another galaxy. It's moving, but it's extremely slow, don't worry. We will be long. Our sun will devour the planet way before our sun will expand and devour the rest of the planets in the solar system way before way before I can see shit. Way before the collision happens. First, the sun will devour all of the planets in our galaxy, in our solar system, and then our galaxy will keep moving with the black hole at the center of the Milky Way in a collision with Alpha Centauri, and then the sun of Alpha Centauri will probably consume our sun or merge with it, and it will be like a bigger cluster galaxy. That's what happens. Smaller galaxies turn into bigger galaxies. They like have babies. Not actually, it's like molecules and cells. They can divide and merge. They merge in that sense. Just like cells in our body. Indeed. It's like that. It's a spiral. Spirals move. That's why you should always pay attention to the shape of things in the universe. The spirals move. They move because of the gravity and everything. Because of the center of gravity of the black hole in the center of the Milky Way. Haven't you ever seen it? Haven't you ever seen it? The black hole at the center of the Milky Way. It's not a sun, it's a black hole. And it has gravity around it, and it moves the whole galaxy as a consequence of it. Okay, I need to be careful with the light that they throw. See, it's incredible how I lose my powers when grab the shield to tear it away. Yeah, but first I need to see, for example, there. There we go. It's incredible how the light plays a huge role in this game. Like, it removes all of your powers. It's absolutely incredible what they do with the gameplay mechanics here. Not anymore. What the? Shit. Ah, right, because this one is a two-handed weapon. It's because of that as well. That one. See, for example, see that my tentacles went away? Well, it's because of the light that guy had on his weapon. Not anymore. Oh yeah, pretty much. Alright, I forgot about this heart. So yeah, it's pretty much like that district. Like the whole Milky Way, because of the gravity of the black hole at the center that we have, it's moving as a whole. That's why when we see galaxies that are close to the... You can verify what I'm saying, because if you look at galaxies closer, that are closer... Shit, they have flashbangs as well. If you look at galaxies that are closer to the initial expansion of the Big Bang, they have already merged. They are bigger. And if you look at those that are on the to the other side, let's say, far away from it. Oh my freaking god! There we go. I was running out of ammo here. Also, have you heard? We discovered another planet in our solar system. Like 1 week. No, which one is it? Which one is it? Another planet in our solar system. That's weird that we haven't found it by now. I may have asked this, but do you believe in alien existence? Because there is a lot of planets that are similar to the Earth. Yes, both here, I think District as well believed in it. Yes, we both believe in it, Patrick. Yes, there has to be. What I am skeptical about is intelligent life. That they are intelligent. Life there is. The other thing is that it's intelligent. There are some planets, yes. Yes. For example, Kepler 10c, I think it was the name. We even sent a signal to a planet. Oh yes, we have sent signals all over the place. And I think you mentioned, Patrick, your theory was if sending a signal like a hunter in a forest, isn't it like revealing your position in it? Pretty much. Well, Ah, you can also remove the shield by throwing something big. Let's use darkness bullets. There we go. Eat it. Yum yum. We've sent a signal to a planet, but the signals can take years to get to the planets, and then we have to wait years to get the signal back. You meant intelligent, like, yeah. I remember you asked me something like that. In the case of intelligent one, I don't think so. I don't think so. This has been studied a bit more. Of course, I could be completely wrong, but for now, what I can tell you to satiate your curiosity is that we are in a position of the observable universe. The Earth is in a position of the observable universe that is in relationship to what we can observe closer to the initial expansion of the Big Bang. Because of that, it is highly probable, I will just say highly probable, that we are a precursor species, that actually we are the ultra-intelligent life and etc., rather than the green-faced aliens and etc. It is highly probable that if there is any, they are actually underdeveloped compared to us instead. That is what I believe. Other planets could have like fish or dinosaurs, exactly like that. But I have to break it to you, sadly, Patrick. But it is highly probable that we are the intelligent, the ultra-intelligent ones. It's like the opposite of what most people believe. Of course, we believe the opposite too, as an illusion, as hope that there's something much more advanced than us. But so far is what I'm pretty much telling you. Because of the position of the planet in the observable universe, closer to the initial expansion of the Big Bang, it is highly probable that is... Stupid shield. How is that stupid mechanic always gets to me? You have to kind of like move the mouse in a specific way. Other planets could have fish-like or dinosaurs. Indeed, those yes. But the problem is the intelligent one, the aliens that you are mentioning. Because of the position is the answer that I can... What the fuck? But I cannot grab the stupid shield like that. So yeah, it will be like that. I don't know what you think, Patrick, about it, but basically it's like that. Shit. What the... Shit, I need to move my mouse in a specific way. That mechanic is always tricky. You need to grab the... What the... Ah, they can steal your weapons! Armor shield cannot be grabbed. Destroy the armor. Ah, it's an armored shield. Okay. I get the point. It's an armored shield. That was easier than I thought. You just use the darkness bullets. There are planets like Earth, like Kepler 10c, that District is telling you, Patrick, precisely, that have like dwarf stars, are in a habitat zone, and those could have potential life, but they are like years away from us. Would take us like 500 years to get there. Yes, it's like he's describing to you. That is called the golden zone, in which you have the climate to actually for life to actually develop in them. But that's the thing, is what I'm telling you. The position, you know, people, that the position of our planet is in the universe is something that we never pay attention to. We pay a lot of attention to other trying to find the aliens and etc., which is perfectly fine. But we never pay attention to how unique the position of our planet is in the universe. You know that we are in a quite privileged position. We are in the perfect spot. to perfectly observe the universe. Really, the third arm of Perseus and everything, and our position in the whole observable universe is perfect to observe it. That is quite amazing as well. We don't have any nebulas close to us. Finding them, we can learn a lot from them about their technology. Finding the aliens is the priority for us. For finding the aliens is a priority for us, and finding them, we can learn a lot from them about their technology. If they are more advanced, district, I don't think they would be more advanced. It is high, at least let's say it's high, I do believe it's highly improbable. I believe it's highly improbable because of what I mentioned to you, because of the position in relationship to the... this one's steel weapons. This is a pretty amazing mechanic. I love the mechanics of this game. That would be the problem. The position that we have, it's closer to the Big Bang than most of the observable universe. Because of that, it is highly probable that actually we are a precursor species in comparison. You have nothing to steal. I have no bullets, and I have no melee in this game. Shit, I ran out of bullets. There we go. We have G here, the darkness bullets. Shit. Oh, fuck. I ran out of ammo. Ammo scarcity is a thing in this game, people. It is a thing in this game. It is a thing in this game. Ammo scarcity. Let's use darkness bullets for this one. I learned my lesson. Those darkness bullets are quite useful. That's for sure. I love the mechanics that it has. I love the mechanics. I really love the mechanics. Some enemies grab your weapons, others have shields. The boss fights are amazing. I think I picked the best game for Halloween ever. Shit. Shit. There we go. That solved the issue. You eat the hearts. The thing is that the melee attack should be a bit more powerful, but it is also nullified, so I guess it has even more variety. I should wait for the darkness bullets, I'm running out of ammo. It has ammo scarcity as a thing. The light, as you could see there, it removes the tentacles, so it stops your powers actually. So it plays with a lot of things. You have to destroy the lights. It's absolutely amazing. The goblin there that stuns them, but when the enemies have some kind of source of light, it stops it. It's absolutely brilliant. Okay, I have to aim down the sights. Only one-handed. You can dual wield. It has everything. District, if you want my 2 cents about the aliens, I do think that because of the position of our galaxy in relationship to the... compared to the initial echo of the Big Bang, because of that, I do believe that we are actually a precursor species. I think they will be underdeveloped compared to us, the opposite than most people would believe, in that sense. In that sense, it's actually the opposite. Why is the human consciousness one of the biggest myths in the world? Ooh, Patrick, you really leveled up the debate. Well, the universe one was also mind-boggling. I'm actually happy to see District finally debate. Thumbs up heart. Myself as well. Deeply, Patrick, because I was thinking that I was boring him. We were boring him with all of our debates. I was beginning to think we were boring him with all of our debates. District? With all of our crazy debates. That I am deeply happy as well. Just like you. So I can verify that I don't bore him with our crazy debates about space. Well, not about space. We generally do about politics and those things. but yeah, it is actually heartwarming for me as well. Why is the human consciousness one of the biggest myths in the world? Mm. I'm beginning to see what's the point with you, Patrick, and well, in your case, District, you haven't debated a lot. The compared to the crazy stuff we do sometimes, and as I said, it warms my heart. But with the universe and quite complex topics, you too, and Pillow as well, and everyone, you want to see if you can. What's the limit of the toy? The toy is me. You want to see if I ever run out of answers, if I ever run out of ideas, and the more you ask about complex things, and I have either crazy or exactly, and either I have crazy or different approaches, let's say, you get even more surprised, and it fuels saying, what the fuck? Let's see if I can break the toy next time. It's like the children that try to break a toy, for example. Exactly. Yeah, it's a bit like that. No, but I deeply happy. District never feel that because of the debate or anything you 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 wouldn't like to participate in it or anything. In fact, you know how much I appreciate you and participate with the debate all you'd like. Doesn't matter the game or anything. It's what I love doing because this is what sets the difference between us and animals. Speaking to each other, like debating and having deep thoughts. That's why I love it so much. Let's use darkness bullets. So yeah, I know, and I tell you always sorry if sometimes because of the debate, well, I cannot comment on the game or anything. But yeah, exactly. What the fuck? Exactly. I'm googling. What's the hardest question to make a smart person meltdown? Kappa. Why is consciousness one of the biggest myths in the world? I think I have an answer to it. I think I have an answer to it, Patrick. Consciousness is one of the biggest mysteries in the world because it's inside of our brain. Because it's inside of our brain. And really, it is difficult for us as humans to imagine that something corporeal, like our brain, which at the end of the day we cannot touch it because it's inside of our head, but we can somehow have physical contact with it, it is difficult for us to understand how something physical that we can touch, our brain, can produce such deep, ethereal, metaphysical entities, our thoughts, ethereal, without any. Oh, we have a car door. I always like these ones. They make me feel so protective. So yes, I think it would be because of that why people consider it a mystery. Why the human consciousness is one of the biggest mysteries or myths in the world is because it is difficult for us as humans. It's always been to establish a link between something physical that we can touch, our brain, and such deep and majestic and fascinating thoughts which are ethereal things. To establish a link between that something physical can produce such deep, abstract, incorporeal, let's say, ethereal ideas. I think that dichotomy is what causes such fascination, if you ask me. The dichotomy of something physical, our brains, creating such complex ethereal ideas. For example, Patrick. I answered your googling was the hardest question to make a smart person melt. I didn't melt. Look at that. The toy doesn't break easily. The gun channeling in concert with dual wielding to automatically target enemies. What? Extends the time of the gun channeling. This one is good. I think it's like a game. You'd like to see if you can break the toy trick, for example. No, regarding your question, District, before, we can learn a lot from their technology. And what would happen if it's the opposite, District? Now, I always ask questions that are in my interest zone. I know, you were joking. But still, it was a complex one to ask. I don't know how many people would actually be able to reply to that with a bit of cohesion, I guess. So, yeah. it's like a toy that is difficult to break. And besides, I must always have quite weird quite weird. What the fuck? Eat that. I don't know where the source of the damage was there. Going to you, District, going back to you, finding that we can learn a lot from their technology. And what would happen if we are actually more developed? What makes you think would be the question that we aren't more developed? In that sense, I would begin from the other side. What makes you think we aren't more developed? I think we are more developed. I think we are more developed. We're actually some of the more... We're a precursor species instead. Alright, you just run away. Alright, it's like a charge that you just evade. It has a small mechanic. The reaction times of this boss fight are quite... He teleport. The reaction times of this boss fight are... What? Light? It doesn't let me use my powers. What the fuck? Fuck is that shit? It's not dying. Whatever it is not dying. Stupid ammo scarcity. Thank you. Stupid ammo scarcity. This is why I hate survival horror games. And this is not one of them. But the problem, as you can see here, is that you have to switch weapons. I hate that shit. I hate that shit. I like firing away all that I have. Besides, his name is Bragg, like bragging. Stupid ammo scarcity. Where is he? Alright, it's a second phase. Alright, I made it to the second phase. I cannot use my... Nice try. He was trying to steal my weapon. What happens if I destroy... Can I destroy the lights there? Yes, you can destroy the lights. I should have shot the car earlier. My bad. I should have shot the car earlier. That was my mistake. I should have shot that car earlier. Nice try. I was covering. Is he fucking taking damage? What the fuck? I don't think he's taking damage. What on earth? There he's taking damage. I need to get closer to him. I need to get closer to him. What the? I was close. I was one shot away from beating that boss. I was one shot away from beating that boss, but now I know the mechanics. Give me that. Give me the ammo. It's over. This game doesn't have grenades. That's one thing I'll have to give it as an extra difficulty compared to Call of Duty and others. And Borderlands. It doesn't have grenades. For example, a grenade there would have helped me. No, what's this? Stupid. It hurts to regain health. Yeah, but I consumed them all. Shit. Oh, damn it. Well, I did tell you I was playing on hard difficulty, people. See? Those shitty Halloween games that have no difficulty. They're shit. People have to play these ones. Can I consume that hard? No. And it's difficult to pinpoint the source of damage in this game because of all of the special purple effect. Shit. Shit. I need to learn that pattern. It is quite difficult to tell how to beat that boss. This stupid cemetery is difficult to move as well. There we go. We are making progress at least. It's like an area of effect damage. That attack is the one that deals damage. No, that attack is the one that deals damage. You have to just run in one direction and ignore everything. No, no, do not switch the weapon. Just run. Just run. You'll see. You'll see. Just run. Just run. Just run. He does have grenades. I am the one who doesn't have. What the? That stupid attack is... That stupid attack where he elevates himself and throws himself onto you. It's difficult to spot the source of the damage in this game. Give me that. Besides, he also has fucking mobs. No, don't grab that stupid pistol. He has grenades. Shit. No, don't reload now. And you grab the other one. There we go. How am I supposed to fucking evade that? How am I supposed to fucking evade that? How am I supposed to evade that shit? How am I supposed to evade that shit? How on earth am I supposed to evade that shit? No, no, don't grab. Where are you? Where is he? It's over. Finally.
You're just a vessel for the darkness, Estacado. You're a flesh-covered suitcase.
Finally.
Let's cut his tongue out. Finish it. Kill me. You know you want to. This is my reward. I welcome this suffering in the name of the Brotherhood. Where's your boss hiding? What makes you think he's hiding, huh? Hiding from weakness like you? He's at Hellgate. Oh, Hellgate, don't you, Jackie?
A Hellgate.
Many fond memories there, huh? Come pay us a visit. We're waiting for you. Hellgate, huh? Thanks for the help, asshole.
No. They went a bit overboard with this. They went a bit overboard with this. I told you I would bring you a nice. I told you I would bring you. District, you asked for this game, just for the record.
First time you kill a man, I come to a crossroads.
And to think the
You learn
streamers
something about
go
yourself.
for Five Nights at
You don't learn what you're
Freddy
capable of around that
which is
bullshit
the other
war
one,
or any of that
Phasmophobia.
You
The
learn you can
debate
sleep
tank
at night
is
after.
empty.
You learn
No,
you can't.
no, no,
You
Patrick,
read a
no,
hard
why?
thing.
No, it's
When you
never
learn.
empty.
I was
It's
16
never
years old
empty.
the first time I killed a man,
It's never empty.
and I slept like a baby every night since.
Never. The universe is endless. We were talking.
Everything okay, boss?
I was left with a lot of curiosity when you said the other day, Era, when we were debating about GTA, about Grand Theft Auto and viral games and etc. Uh, and you said, Era, you hate every any game that isn't every game that has a community and fun, and it is indeed like that. I would make online games illegal. Online only games illegal. I would make it illegal. After they are closed, I would add a I would add as a mandatory law for developers to create, they have to provide any way or form for the game to be still played afterwards. I would make it illegal online only games. That's why I have offline reverse engineered MMORPGs. I cannot show on stream, but indeed, it's what I like playing.
Oh,
No,
I had it with these
Patrick.
guys, Jackie. We
No.
gotta put an end to this.
That's the plan.
In fact,
Let me know what you need me to do.
Sit tight. I'm gonna check in with
we
Johnny.
have the whole
Anything you say,
history of
boss.
games to talk about.
When you're ready to put these
I know you don't like
fucks
games that much. I know you don't like games that much, but pretty much that would also be another topic. Or with the creature of yesterday, I was left thinking that he was saying, when was the last time you had when you had that, like you could see his whole life was fucking sex. In that sense, it was absolutely sad, because I don't know what has happened to fucking society. You tell me, Patrick, because uh, as I said, I don't consume anything beyond 2010, and pretty much when I could finally finish law school back in 2018,
Jackie?
when I could finally finish law school 2018, I pretty much came back to my home, and really, I don't know what fucking happened to the world so far, because with the pandemic I had to take care of my grandma and everything, and 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 well, I did know that the influence of Obama had gotten stronger with Biden, but I never imagined, I never fucking imagined that the world would be so bad, in such a terrible shape. Like, I could have given him the normal argument that I gave you of the fact that if the most precious thing you have, which is your genetics, if you give them so easily to prostitutes and all of the things that he liked, apparently, uh, really, the only one who hates himself, it's him, pretty much, because if you give the most precious thing you have so easily, well, it's that thing.
Jackie,
But the
I heard
topic would
havoc.
be
Jesus Christ. I think I'm losing my
how
fucking
fucked
mind.
up society has become. In my case, I don't
keep
know it
seeing
because,
it
as I tell
really
you,
big.
people,
It's getting
I
worse. I mean,
maybe it's because of the country I live
it's
in
like I'm
as
losing
well
time
that
or
is a bit
something.
isolated from the
Jackie,
world.
listen to me. This is what the darkness does. It confuses you. So I'm thinking maybe it would be a nice time to go visit Hawaii or Fiji, someplace nice, warm, and way the fuck away from these guys.
No. They're hauled up at the old boardwalk in Astoria. A place called Hellgate Field. Me and Jenny used to go there when we were kids. That's where I'm headed.
Jackie, you gotta think carefully. This could be a trick. The whole thing, it smells like a trap.
That's because it is a trap, dummy, but I don't have a choice. I can't let it keep hurting Jenny.
Don't let them take the darkness, Jackie. You do that. We are all fucked.
What about the siphon?
You can't let the darkness have it. You do that. We are all, once again, fucked. Not even the Angelus could stop the darkness then.
Great. So I'm fucked either way. Listen, Johnny. Thanks for everything.
Anytime, Jackie. Just, never, ever, ever again. Okay?
What's an Angelus?
When we were
Great
just
question.
talking, you said not even the Angelus could stop it. What does that mean? What's the Angelus?
So really, I don't know.
You mean you don't know? Jackie, the Angelus is the complete and total opposite of the darkness. It's a creature of pure light. The Angelus and the darkness have been fighting since, well, I don't know, but a real long time, man. Nobody's seen it for a while. And you, of all people, should thank your lucky stars for that.
You said this Angelus thing made the siphon?
That's the rumor. Creature of pure light, weapon of pure light. Kinda makes sense, huh?
So this siphon, could it kill me?
Sure. If they killed it with the siphon, no way the darkness is gonna be able to repair that damage. You go straight to hell. No pass and go, no collecting your $200.
Yeah. All right, thanks. Tell me more about this Angelus thing.
You mean besides the fact that it wants to kill you?
A little more than that would be helpful.
All right, here goes. Everything the darkness is, the Angelus isn't. The darkness is, well, dark. The Angelus is light. Darkness wants chaos. Angelus wants order. Darkness needs a male host. Angelus needs a female. Guess that kind of explains why they've been fighting for, well, forever, I guess.
Female?
Yeah, boobs, pocketbook, shoes, female. I gotta draw you a picture?
You saying one day this broad's gonna show up wanting to kill me?
Yep, yep. Makes you feel any better. You're not the first guy to be in this situation.
Do you have any idea the effort that they had to put
Terrific.
in to create the dialogue
Thanks
lines
again,
of
Johnny.
this
No
shit?
problemo.
Of this character?
Hey, guy, can I have all your books? Too soon. Oh, yeah.
Like the voice actor of this guy must be quite talented to replicate a madman so well. Pretty much.
Did this all go shit-shaped in a hurry? Not good, boss. This is a bad deal, Jackie. A very bad deal.
I love also the Godfather style as an area.
Go for a while. Let things settle down.
That's smart thinking. And all
You gotta give me props, Patrick, though.
But I'm ending this.
I answered all of the questions from the beginning of the universe to consciousness to all of them.
I have something there I need.
What would you say the person who has this argument? We all gonna die, so why would we
No,
not
Vinny. I put you
live
guys at risk 'cause
for our satisfaction, hedonism? So basically, hedonist people,
I gotta do this on my own. All right?
easy.
Jackie, come on, I can't. That's an order.
I
Hear me?
I've had that
You got
discussion
some balls.
with a friend from Star Wars: The
Fellas,
Republic.
if
I
I
had
don't
that
come back,
debate,
none of that, Jackie.
and
I'll see you when you get back.
I always reply the same. Does the fact that we all gonna die, which actually we don't know about that, eh? We actually don't know about that. Maybe the universe ends first. But does the fact, assuming it, does it erase the actions that we do as we are alive? Do
When we was
we
kids,
remember,
Jenny
I
and I
don't
were
know,
broke, but she
the
always
different
found a way
people
to
that
have a
have
good time.
passed
One time for my birthday, she snuck us
in
a
our
little ball
lives and in
awake.
history?
Some kid was having a party and it was so
No.
big,
Then
they
the
didn't notice
actions
a
in
little
the
girl
objective
helping
plane of
herself
time
to
and
some cake
space
and
did
some
serve a
presents.
purpose.
All for me.
So that
Best
destroys.
birthday I ever had. She snuck us into movie theaters, con our way into bars, whatever. And whenever we got busted, she was just as good at getting us out as she was getting us in. She could con her way out of anything. But I should have known. Luck like that can't last forever.
So it's like that. It's like that. The fact that we are all gonna die.
That asshole better have been telling the truth.
The fact that we are all gonna die. Does it change all of the actions that we've done in time and space? For example, all of your loved ones or all of the people in history. It can be a historical figure, like, I don't know, does it change the actions of Napoleon, of Caesar, of Alexander, of George Washington? I don't know, of all of each of your countries? No,
Over here.
Jenny? Jenny, wait!
it doesn't really change it. They still exist. That's the point of realism. The debate tank is empty. I love that. I love that phrase. I answered everything. Oops. The toy broke the universe. That's the the
For real.
conundrum. Then.
You're not real.
All right. So what do we get of the story so far, people? The Angelus, which is the opposite of the darkness, needs a female host. So it's pure light and 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 a fairy tale. I'm beginning to see a pattern here. Hey, I love how they designed this game, huh?
Hey, Ratface. I know how we can get inside without paying.
But I want it to be real.
I love the philosophical side of this game.
It deceives you.
We should sneak into the freak show. Promise you won't get scared.
Always knew I'd have a good time, didn't you, Jenny? I'm coming for you, lady. Just hold on.
I wonder why one of the tentacles has teeth and the other one doesn't. I'm probably the only person who has spotted that silly different. Shit. Shit. The pathfinding gods have abandoned us, I think. But careful. I wouldn't like this to be the ending of my Halloween special. May we run? No. I'll just... Shit. No, fuck. That can be a game-breaking bug, eh? It's difficult to get through there.
Right on time. Come on. Let's go even up the score.
Which was the last one I picked? This one. The short it extends the gun channeling... The gun channeling... Okay, for that one. Jackie can see and shoot through walls within a short range while gun channeling is active. Okay, it's limited to that. I ain't gonna... With dual wielding to automatically target enemies. This one is going to be interesting. Oh well. Okay. What would I say to the person that the argument is we are all gonna die? As I told you, Patrick, to wrap it up First, that it's not him talking, it's Immanuel Kant and Nietzsche talking for him, and he doesn't know of their influence. Second, that does it erase, does it eliminate the fact that we're gonna die? All of the actions that we objectively did in time and space? No. As proof of that, as the alibi to verify that I'm telling him the truth would be, do you know who Napoleon is, or George Washington, or whichever historical figure, or your very same relatives that have passed away? Do you know who they are, who they were, and the actions they did? Yes, we all remember those things. We can remember them. Then, the action served a purpose in the objective plane of time and space, regardless of the fact that then we all die. It is once again relativism. Indeed, absence of purpose, in that case is Nietzsche, more than Immanuel Kant. Because it's absence of purpose in human existence, in this case, due to the fact that we are gonna die instead. So yeah. Damn it, way too many lights. And no weapons. There's a treasure there.
This place has really gone to shit.
So I would reply that, Patrick. I love how, like with Pillow, all of the answers lead to Russia, and with me, all of the answers lead to relativism. In a sense, but the thing is that with relativism, it has been an influence for the last 300 years. So yeah, it does make sense. I don't know why they left some bullets there for me to grab when there are no weapons.
So, are you gonna win me a prize, Ratface?
When there are no
Just love
weapons
that
at all.
big blue bear. It's so grumpy. It reminds me of you. Jackie, are you okay?
I'm beginning to think this girl is an illusion for the Angelus.
You win or what?
Can you win me that big blue one? Pretty please? Win me a prize and I'll tell you a secret. But don't get any ideas.
What the fuck? I have no crosshair. Ah yeah, there it is. Oh, this is lovely.
Nice job, Rambo.
There's one up there.
Let's go, Ratface. Eyes on the prize. Holy crap.
One lucky winner. Here you go, kid.
Hey, that's not fair. I wanted the big blue one.
Hey, you want a big prize, you gotta keep winning, Toots. Step right up. Step right up. Everyone a winner. Win more to win bigger prizes.
Jenny, I gotta go. Jenny,
What's the matter, Jackie? You look a little distracted.
Is the Angelus, people. I received weapons there, people. Yeah, free weapons. Oh fuck. Fuck, right on top of a... Give me those hearts. Where were the weapons there? I love how they forced me to move over here. They forced me to move over there where I didn't have any of the bullets and all of the shit, and it was full of light. Fuck it. I need to find a path to return to those bullets. Oh fuck it. It's done on purpose. I cannot move. It's some darkness bullets. These ones deal more damage. Okay, they're beginning to fucking teleport or what? These guys are beginning to fucking teleport, huh? Damn it. There we go. I killed some people. Give me those hearts. Damn it, I cannot eat the hearts because of the light. Shit. I cannot eat the hearts because of the light. Such good mechanics, I'll give it to this game. It's quite strategic. It's the most strategic I've seen. Can I destroy the sources of the light? What the? And this one that is bothering me? There. That one I cannot destroy it. It has a limit. Okay, I should have done that before. I love how strategic the gameplay is because of that. Quite strategic, people. Huh? So yeah. Why did you ask that one to me, Patrick? That have you ever heard that relativist argument? Did you have the misfortune of ever listening to someone say that? That what's the point of existence if we are all gonna die? That's a typical one. It's a typical trick of relativism. It's the main fallacy, in fact. I mean, I cannot grab the pistol. Basically, every teenage guy's argument. It wasn't mine. It wasn't mine when I was a teenager. It wasn't mine. It wasn't mine. Basically, every teenage guy argument. It's a relativist argument. There we go. I can finally get rid of that one. It wasn't mine. It's what I told you earlier. Yesterday. It's what I told you yesterday. Intelligent people really don't need to talk and feel that they are right in the context of a group to validate their arguments. They validate them on their own, silently. Damn it, that was unfair. Give me that. They steal your weapons, true. Ah, that one teleports. They're like fucking deep. What the fuck? Where is it? There's one that fucking teleports. They don't need to validate their arguments. Instead, people who are more weak of mind need to constantly validate their arguments with a group because they are not sure of them. It's the opposite, Patrick. It's the opposite. It's exactly the opposite. They don't need to talk in that sense. Really intelligent people. Because they don't need others to confirm how solid their arguments are. Instead, the teenage guys that you are mentioning and etc., most of the time, sadly, require to feel that they are right in a group to validate their own opinions because they are actually not deeply convinced of them. Why are they not deeply convinced of them? Because they cannot explain why, they cannot reason why they think like they think. When you cannot explain why you think like you think, it is quite difficult to validate your own arguments. It's precisely what I tell you every day. Being able to tell why or not is what I tell you constantly. What I tell you constantly. Precisely that. I know, other side. It's precisely that, Patrick. So yeah, they don't know it's a relativist argument. They don't know it's a relativist argument. They cannot explain any why, and it's because of that. Yes, I should stop debating with my classmates. That's a road without an end. Sadly. No, I'm not saying that. No. You should try to debate with them. The problem is that now after debating with me, there will be such a huge difference that it will be an unfair fight, but you can elevate whatever they might think. You might surprise them. Who knows? Maybe you can find um, maybe you can find a nice uh, person who is able to live up to the challenge. Maybe, I can assure you, I've seen people who can live up to the challenge of debating against against the complete picture of humanity, which is realism plus relativism, not only relativism. And maybe, oh, if it's a girl, capture her like a Pokemon. Immediately. If she can live up to a debate of this caliber, like similar to what I do here, capture her like a Pokemon. You throw a Pokeball immediately. I don't know why, but I feel the need to help other people. When they say something ordinary, stupid shit, I try to objectively give my perception. But it often leads to nowhere because of relativism. Well, but now you know why, and you can try to neutralize it, like I do. You can try to neutralize it. You can try to neutralize it, then now you know why, and you can try to neutralize it. It leads to it because the last 300 years, because it's easier. It's easier for them to just say that. It is good that you feel the need to help them, and when they something stupid that you can spot is stupid, well, with respect, like I do, and everything. Well, if you have any appreciation for the person, well, you can try that one. You can try reasoning with them. Maybe there will be one. You will recognize people who are able to live up to the challenge because they will. Fuck. What the fuck? What was I supposed to destroy there? You'll recognize it because the person will be able to at least be fascinated by realism. Will be able to spot the intelligence that it derived from it. And there, the person will appreciate the ideas that you will tell to him or her. And there, you will verify that not everyone is like that. And precisely age also has a bit to do with it. The probability increases as you get older. Trust me. Because they need to. Because as they get older, there's a higher probability that they will be able to reason all of the things that you see that maybe we reason here much easier due to intellect, due to whatever conclusion you may want to draw. But as they grow up, age will show them what is your standard for a girl. Well, I have commented. You want physically or mentally? Physically or mentally, you mean? I think I have to get out of here. Ah, no, it's the other side. You mean physically or mentally? Physically, I think I've told you. I have a preference for both. Okay. I think physically I've given them to you, but can do so again. That one is easier. Physically, I like pale white, if possible British, but can be other nationalities. Possible British or US or Irish, anything, because I'm an Anglophile. If you want nationality, I like pale white. I don't like being toasted by the sun. It causes a skin cancer, and I think that is terrible, pretty much. It also actually burns your skin. Actually, we humans haven't been built to be burned by the sun, and I think it's a terrible idea that people go to the beach and get burned all over the place. So while in Argentina and Spain and Italy there's a clear preference overall for what is called olive skin. I like pale white, like Scottish, like Norwegian or Danish or whatever. That is for that. Hair, I like jet black hair, but wouldn't have any problem with someone blonde in that sense. And yes, I do like brown eyes, but or my favorite is actually gray eyes, but they are almost impossible to find. But I wouldn't have any problem with blue eyes or anything like that physically. Then as for the rest, I honestly do not care about a perfect fit person. You know, I do not care precisely about gyms and those things. Yes, that the person doesn't die because of being extremely obese and fat, of course, because that is from the standpoint of health. So the person does not die. That the bare minimum amount of having the will to live, in that sense. I do not care about having a model with me. I honestly don't give a shit whether you believe it or not. I honestly don't give a shit about that. I honestly don't give a flying shit about that. If I had to pick between a perfectly fit girl without a brain and one that maybe it doesn't have a perfect body but shows empathy and has a brain and is a good person, I would pick that person because that has a solution, a much easier solution than not having a brain. Sorry, directly that, or being an ignorant in general. What determines if you are an ignorant or not? It depends on your opinion. No, it does not depend on my opinion. It depends if the person can interpret reality in a normal way. It's subjective, as everything is with me. So, yeah, pretty much that. Physically, what else could I tell you? I like introverted people. But sadly, since I am also quite introverted, there needs to be a component of one out of the two has to speak. So, yeah, more or less, she cannot be completely introverted. She needs to somehow have a bit of initiative, because then otherwise, between her and me, 0 plus 0 is 0. In that sense, if we are both extremely shy, so there needs to be a bit of balance there. That would be the biggest problem. That I'm, as I told you, I'm quite reserved. So if she's also brutally reserved, then we never share anything at all, and it remains in a complete silence of the universe. So yeah, pretty much. While it cannot be a psychopath with absolute extroversion for me, not psychopath, but absolute extroversion is like invasive for someone like me. But also, well, the other extreme would be an absolutely timid person. We would have the problem that I'm also timid. If the man then is not that timid, oh well. If not that reserved and introverted, well, that can be sorted, but not with my case. I don't have that. I don't have that privilege. Sorry. But you would need to be extroverted for her as a man. Not necessarily. If the other person is leans a bit introverted, as soon as you are just a bit more extroverted or whatever, you are mature. No need for that, Patrick. As long as you are mature, even if you are introverted, the person will be able to appreciate that. I talk to you from experience. Precisely. If the other person, if you are mature, the person will be able to appreciate the introversion for what it is. Trust me. Trust me. Maybe not at your age, but when they grow up a bit, you'll see. That's for the personality. In fact, of course, needs to fucking read books. That one is mandatory. I would fucking prioritize that a lot. needs to fucking read books. All of the people who have ever approached me during college and high school that I have ever considered, rejected, or accepted, reading books was a defining factor. Her, eh? How are you doing, Pillow? How are you doing? Could you watch the the fighting championship yesterday that I had with the nice communist there? We never finished our fight between the United States and China. That was quite unpleasant. No, okay, well, no worries. It was just a stupid idiot. He was just an idiot who started insulting like no tomorrow. So yeah, pretty much I can tell you, Patrick, it's a problem of maturity. It's a problem of maturity. Wrapping it up. So yeah, I would suggest you that. Make sure just that the person isn't a putrid illiterate, that she reads books. I would care about that more than body or those silly, immature things. Straight up, make sure she fucking reads books. She reads books. Oh, from behind those one. That thing teleports. Run. That thing is brutal. That thing. There's one that teleports and kills you wherever you are. I need to find which one it is. I'll throw him a propane tank. Here. How are you doing, Pillow? How are you doing? Nice to see you once again. Nice to see you once again. Hey, I think the killer bus driver of Venezuela has his days counted. I think he has his days counted. I think he will be the perfect test subject. I think he has his days counted because now I have to tell you this story, people. Do you know the president of Colombia? Anyone? Patrick, Pillow? The president of Colombia? Petro? Do you know him? Do you know why he's called the cheater? Of course. Do you know why he's called the cheater? Pillow. Why he's called the cheater? It was his surname when he was a fucking killer. He's of course a striker. What's this? Do you know why his nickname? Sorry, not his surname. His nickname was the cheater. Gustavo Petro. Okay. Why was his nickname the cheater? Why was his nickname the cheater? His nickname was the cheater when he was terrorizing the population like the Che Guevara in Cuba and all of those communists from the Soviet Union. Anyone knows that one? I bet none of you know it. Just to see the because he's a communist nagging bastard. No, Pillow. It has a correlation with reality, because as he was a fucking killer in the guerrillas, there in the jungle and etc. that fortunately we don't have in Argentina. We are all plains. There in the jungle and everything, as he killed people and spread terror, he created holes on the ground, and his usual maneuver was to shit on top of the hole with the prisoners down there. That is the president of Colombia. That is an ally, of course, of Maduro. That I see a lot of European progressives and from the US defending. Those are the guys that are being defended, of course, all put there by the Soviet Union and etc. back then, because all of these processes started back then during the Cold War. So there you have it, the cheater, people. The other one is Maduro, the bus driver. So those are the people that the progressive guys over at New York, over at Amsterdam are defending. Just so you have an idea. What about the peacer? All right. Watching stream reached. Good pillow. You made it to 3 streams in a row. What about the pisser? I don't know. No. Well, I don't know if when he used to do that activity, he also pissed on top of it. I think the second one is more solid. Hello, pillow, says Patrick. I don't know. Do you have one of them? That one is quite usual. Pillow, the pisser, the criminals from the communist criminals who piss on corpses or those things. That one it was a usual maneuver by Stalin, but here they like he exponentially progressed through the so that those are the people. I will just tell you, those are the people that are right now being defended over at Amsterdam, over at New York, saying that we are very progressive and no poor killer drug lords. Those are the people. Those are the people that are being defended by the No Kings protest. The No Kings protest. Poor scam. The No Kings protests. You just have to laugh, people. Sorry. I can only laugh at those things. I can only laugh. I can only laugh. Hey, what's this? Regain more health after eating a heart. That one is. I should have purchased that one earlier. The demon arm grows vicious blades for a short time after eating a heart, adding extra damage to the slash attack. Okay. Slash an enemy into the air, then blah, 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 and then the black holes. See, speaking about black holes with District, we were talking about the universe before, Pillow. In case you are interested, do you think there's alien life or not? Do you think we should explore our solar system or not? We've been debating those things with District earlier. So yeah, not at all. No intelligent life at all. And hey yo, okay, you were busy probably drinking some gin or something. No intelligent life at all. Interesting. Why? We should first explore. No, Pillow, no. I didn't expect that one. No, no. All roads. Then we can talk about space. I didn't expect that one. How does someone relate a space exploration also with Russia? Only you can do that. I didn't expect that one. No, 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 no. Pillow, what would you do if the dictator of Russia is ever deposed and there's a democratic government? What would you do? Be happy forever, like Snow White, maybe? I don't know. What would be your reaction? Define deposed, imprisoned for 50 years or killed like the mustache man of Germany. Like, no more dictatorship. Democracy that doesn't invade neighboring countries. And what is the state of the democracy? It does not invade neighboring countries. It does not invade neighboring countries like Pacific, Pacific, like no more thirst for war. In that sense, like Gorbachev or Gorbachev, how I don't remember the name, after World War II and etc. But exponentially multiplied, like peaceful, not not attacking other countries, for example, like that. And why do you think there's no intelligent life? I would return minority rights back to the people, like Sakhalin, Caucasus and Siberian peoples back to the people. A leader for okay, no, but no, that wasn't the question. I meant, what would you do personally with your life? Because you wouldn't be able to establish those when Russia is com It's only compromise of rights, and I will go put my gun. Okay, okay, there, that one. You would go put your gun away. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, well. Okay. Then you are a more rightful individual than I thought. Indeed. How do I get out of this zone? Okay, okay. I get it. I get it. Okay. All right. That's the good news. That's good news. That's good news. That's good news. And about the aliens, why do you think that the aliens would be that there's no intelligent life at all? Which I agree with it. I have agreed with it some minutes ago with District. I have agreed. I've told that to District some minutes ago. Because they would have discovered us by now. Okay. Good point. Good point of logic. I used a different one. I arrived to the same conclusion with a different argument. I said that because of the position of the initial echo of the Big Bang, we are in a position of the observable universe, at least, in which there's a higher probability for us to be a precursor race. Like, it is highly probable that we are precursors rather than underdeveloped. I said that if there's ever... Okay, I think there's a... I skipped a treasure there? That if there's ever...
Come on, Jackie. We can win the big blue one right here.
a
Big prizes! Big prizes!
if there's ever an alien contact,
Jenny, I can't do this right now.
I promise.
I do believe we would be the most advanced species because of the position in relationship to the initial expansion of the Big Bang. We are in a zone of the universe in which we would be a precursor race more than anything.
What am I doing? Good luck, kid. Play big to win big. We're rooting for you.
I love the minigame.
Wow, you could
Ah,
make
this
a
one is
career
different.
out of this. Bullseye.
Ah, you cannot hit outside of it. Okay, 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 it's different than the other one. My bad, my bad.
Somehow I thought you'd be better at this.
Yeah, I see, I see, I see.
Come on, how hard could it be?
Ah, okay, okay, for everyone that disappears.
Why do I get the feeling you've done this
Okay.
before? Woo! Way to go, rat face!
I see, I see, I see. You need to be fast.
Do it! Who knew you were so good with a gun?
It is clearly by the developers of Borderlands. Ah, but you lose the score
Oh
every
my
round.
God, I can't believe it. You are so awesome.
You lose the score every round. They would have discovered us by now. Okay. Okay, I think it's scripted. It doesn't matter how shitty you are at the game, huh?
Hey, rat face.
I think it
Remember that
doesn't matter.
secret I was gonna tell you? I love you, Jackie Estacado.
Careful, now is when we are ambushed and killed mercilessly by the rest of the mobs of the game. Like that. Oh, that bitch that teleports. I hate this one that teleports. Ah, it's not automatic. Okay, okay, okay. Wait. Wait, this thing is not automatic. It's clearly made by the developers of Borderlands, that's for sure. Finally, I have a long-range weapon. I can finally see a good long-range weapon in this game. How about we use our new power? I can throw the goblin as a bomb. Yeah, it's a piece of shit power. I should not purchase that, probably. Oh, that one is not dead. What? Where did those come from? What the? Oh, fuck. These ones that take your guns from you, they're terrible. Damn it. They would have discovered that now. Yeah, that one is also a compelling argument. We ought to adapt. That one is also a compelling argument. Good one. I would have, as I've said, because of the position in the universe, we are a precursor species more than an underdeveloped one. I hate these guys that teleport. Armored Brotherhood cannot be grabbed. Shit. I told you I was playing on hard mode by now. Shit. And what was the other question that District said? Besides the intelligent life of the aliens? It was about exploring the moon. He mentioned that we are about to explore the moon. But well, human race is about to explore the moon. It's about to explore the moon with a mission. Oh well, you already replied with exploring Pillow Island. All roads lead to Russia. The definition of patriot was right. I understand why. But well, that's why I asked you the other one. Because then, once it's pacified, you lose a bit of your purpose then. In that sense, that's the problem. I don't know what you would explore. Anyways, sure, whichever you'd like. I'm a bit busy with the game, but I can deal with anything. So yeah, here we are doing great in South America here. Have you seen the news about Brazil, people? Has anyone seen it? Would you like to share space with people who would kill you if they could? Share space with people that would kill you if they would. You mean the aliens or other, like once again the communists? Let's say China or Russia or whatever. If they could, who would shit on you and call you proto-Russian? What the fuck is a proto-Russian? Proto is like, it's like the previous stage to something. If they could, that would shit on you and call you a proto-Russian. If they could, well, we already shared a planet with a lot of people that would believe all of those things, all of the comings from China, well, from China, the population, or from our Western democracies that don't go to live there. We already, but they would just colonize it all again. Like, you mean sharing the moon with them? We already do so, sadly. We already have them right here. We already have them right here on Earth, and we are sadly sharing our time with them as well. Our space in the case. We already do, sadly. And then they would invade us and Poland. For now. For every road leads to invading every road leads to invading Poland. No. Every road leads to invading Poland. For now, Eraser. For now. For now. And then, wait, no, I don't understand it a bit. You mean we colonize the moon? We share space with let's say China grows that you mentioned the other day, and China invades us all there in the moon, and then colonize us all in the moon and here then, and then somehow goes back to Poland and invades us, starting with Poland, I guess, or the Soviet Union. You mean that? It's like the the inverted way, like from the moon to the Earth, like that. You mean something like that? That if I would share the space with those. No, if it were for me, I would be naturally. No, if it were for me, I would prohibit any communist country to do a space exploration. Of course, China and Soviet Union included. Only the US can, if it was for me, and the United Kingdom. And, well, European democracies that are not influenced by those things. Me too. Okay, yeah, would prohibit space exploration. No Russia or no China. No Belarus. Well, Belarus is a puppet state of the other one. Yes, I would do that. Yeah, I would have prohibited it. Pillow, I have already said, and especially no Kazakhstan. Well, I don't know that country. Kazakhstan, it must be like. I think I could point it in a map, but it was the one below the Soviet Union, right? Sorry, it's way too far away for me. I studied geography of Europe, the Americas, and a bit of Asia, but no more in that sense. No more. I had enough with the ones that I'm mentioning. Kazakhstan, why don't you like Kazakhstan? I don't know that. Because of, I can imagine, because of, if I can mentally pinpoint where it is and the religion it has, I can imagine. But why specifically? Because of the uranium. Ah! They have uranium. I mentioned that to District when he told me, why explore the moon? Well, because of that. Because of that. No, yeah, no. I would ban space exploration for countries that are not prepared for that. Only the US and and specific European democracies. Maybe Canada, not with the current administration. Germany, Poland went to space too. No, yeah, Poland and Germany right now they are quite advanced. No. Yeah, those ones, yes. For example, I wouldn't let any of South America in my case. I wouldn't let it. In the case of South America, no. For example, have you seen what's been going on in Brazil? Brazil, no, especially not Brazil. Oh, and what is it? All right, you are Argentinian. No, Pillow goes beyond that. Goes beyond that. You hate Brazil like I do, right? No. It's not that much. No. It's not that much. No. No, the only country I would say I completely hate, they are precisely the ones, the Soviet Union, as it was during World War II, China, but above both of them, I would say any country taken by the Middle East religion, I would say above above the other two. I think they've caused at least as much damage as the other as the Chinese and the Soviet Union. I would say no. Brazil, no. The thing with Brazil is that if you've seen the news, they are precisely. I was going to comment that there's 130 people dead for the progressives. There's 130 people dead. Hang on, I cannot see my own stream. There's 130 people dead because the progressive president that they have right now, decided that candy, let's just call it candy, and candy sellers are the victims of the police, of the big bad police attacks when they tried to enter to the zones that they took. And there was a moment, see the impunity, in which the police entered the zone and the candy sellers organizations, they just grabbed drones and they dropped bombs on the police officers. I love the impunity. See what happens when you let candy consumers get what they want. That was my point. It's not that I hate anyone. It's that. Just that. It's precisely just that. It's precisely just that. That I wanted to highlight it as a as a point of what happens when you let the candy sellers advance instead of sending in tanks to get rid of them, and when you don't prohibit the population to consume candy. Napalm right. Yes, the police officers went there, and they already thought that they were the owners of the territory. And the progressive president of Brazil that they have now said that they are victims. These were the words, people. I'm not. This is not a joke. The Brazilian president, the progressive Brazilian president, said that the candy sellers are victims. They are not like candy sellers on the street, like Patrick mentioned to me some days ago, and etc. They are like the owners of it, that they kill people and they corrupt the whole state. They are like the owners, the big lords of the candy. And he said that they are victims. They are victims of of the society, of all of us, that we are responsible for for the candy seller. No, you just gotta laugh. You just gotta laugh. You just gotta laugh. I just hope Donald Trump, fortunately, is doing a nice cleansing of this madness, and looks like it will get to an end. At least here in the backyard of America. Because this insanity has gone on long enough. That the candy sellers are the victims of us, that we are the criminals of the story. Nice. That common people are the criminals. We are the criminals, and we cause them to be like that. No. I love it. I love this new age of progressives that are, and right now there are protests, like the New Kings protests and everything, supporting those killers. I love it. I love how you can distort reality so much. You can distort reality so much as to say that with impunity. No, it was brutal. It was brutal. They neglected the help to the governor of the state that was suffering it. They neglected the help. Relativism alert. Indeed. I love how you can manipulate. Use a propane tank to destroy the gate. You can manipulate it in such a way that he can say that with impunity and get support in Europe. Student and teacher. Anyway, no, Patrick is not my student. He is a mature individual, very intelligent, that could arrive to great conclusions on his own. He didn't. He in my case, I just show realism to the world. Authoritarianism leads to criminality. The Russian state, for one, is just a state. Wait. Pillow. I must confess to you, Pillow, something. I must confess something to you. On one hand, I am happy. I am not joking. No, I know you're not joking. I know you're not joking. That is a mafia. I know it's a statewide mafia. Hell, if it is, tell that to Navalny that got poisoned and that shit and got killed. The Russian state is just a money laundering operation for the oligarch. No. I know you're not joking about that. I must confess you something. I'd rather, deep inside, I am happy, even though, as I told you, that the population, not all of the population, I guess, is to blame for what Russia has done. Some of them were not even born when the Soviet Union was there, and etc. But while I can say that, without a doubt, I am deeply happy that my chat is not full of communists saying I'd rather have you saying that all my life than people who don't understand what communism is and they defend it from the comfort of the United States or Western Europe while they reap the benefits of a democracy, of a good democracy or parliamentary monarchy. Basically, the opposite of the regime that you are mentioning of the Soviet Union. So that I'd rather have that all my life than this new age illiterate communists that they are not communists. They would shit on themselves. This fake uh, this fake stupid shield. This fake illiterate pseudo liberal communist people who think that who think that anyone who thinks something different from what Obama established in 2010, we are absolutely stupid. Russia, the far right is no better. The thing is that the second you use a concept like far right, uh, I don't believe there's a far right in most Western democracies. In your case with Poland, with the things you've said, maybe it's the case. But for example, here where I live, our president is pro Israel, and he's against, but he's against the 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 Obama influence of LGBT and etc. For example, is that far right then? Is that far right? Would that be the far right? For example, wrong. There is every road leads to the Obama administration. Check down with says Patrick. Yes, for me, yes, because it brought back fucking relativism when it was finally being pushed away. Yes, true, exactly true. Yeah, no, but in my case, no. You cannot compare. No. Please, no. You cannot compare, Patrick, my argument against the Obama administration with the influence of the U.S. on the world, in our modern world, with with Russia. The United States has much more influence on the world to apply. There's a problem of magnitude there. There's a magnitude dissonance then. There's a dissonance of magnitude. The United States influences all of our countries. In the case of Russia, it is suppressed by the U.S. Instead, Obama could run free, saying whatever stupidity he wanted, like the gender theory and the white guilt theory and etc. The internet brought back relativism. Deal with it. Go watch a movie. I will watch Chainsaw Man tomorrow with my buddies. No, the internet, no. Obama brought back relativism. He brought back relativism. I can show you standards of education before Obama and after Obama, and you can see how it has degraded. Wrong. Pillow, don't tell me you love Obama. You told me it was a 5 out of 10 government, so I know you don't love it, so don't waste your time. Let's not go back on roads. Putin brought back relativism. No, it was fucking Obama for the West. Putin doesn't have that much influence. Obama had much more. Especially on the same United States, and then from the United States to the rest of the world. Together with Xi Jinping. No. Obama had more influence in our Western democracies. Those were quite quiet. They were quiet after World War II. The problem is that Eisenhower... Wait. Before you write your... The problem was that Eisenhower, he's also responsible, actually. He's also responsible because General Douglas MacArthur... There is a made in China. Take off your shirt. There is a made in China. Or your pants. Yeah, all of the clothes. But that was because Obama let that happen. Pillow. There is made in China in everything. Obama let that happen. Before Obama, most of our shit was created in Western democracies. Incorrect. Yes, it was. Most of our products were like that. After Obama, Obama gave everything to the Chinese because he was part of the betrayal against the great United States by who knows what depraved mind to do that. It was him. But no. But Reagan redeemed himself with no, it was Reagan. No. But Eisenhower before that, if I remember correctly, Eisenhower was the one Democrat responsible. It was like the original Obama. Eisenhower prohibited Douglas. Reagan destroyed American low-cost production. Wait. Eisenhower did not allow General Douglas MacArthur during World War II to finish off China, as he wanted to do, and North Korea. Well, so the greatest hero in all of our world that could have been Douglas MacArthur could have finally ended communism. But once again, a Democrat president like Eisenhower stopped him. He prohibited him from finishing off the work on China. And that is the thing. Back then, Democrats were the Republicans. You know that? No, they were not that. No. Only at the beginning of the United States, they were like joined together. But by the time I'm saying it, Eisenhower wasn't a Republican. Please, Pillow. He wasn't a fucking Republican. How could he be a Republican? He prohibited Douglas MacArthur from defeating China once and for all. They were, though. Then why he stopped Douglas MacArthur from finishing off China once and for all? Why? A Republican wouldn't have done that. He would have been like Reagan, as you are describing. He would have been like Reagan. Or like Donald Trump is now, fighting China. Because no, please, not that argument. No. Because the Soviet Union had nukes. Because of that. No. They were already destroyed. Biden, what kind of nuke? MacArthur would have eliminated China and the United States would have reigned unopposed and we wouldn't have had any more communism like we have now. And to think that you, Patrick, said at the beginning that the tank of debates was empty. Incorrect, Glover. No, it wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened. Nah. Is what would happen. Nah, they would have been eliminated by the US, no problem. They would have been eliminated, no problem. Please. By that, the United States had already beaten the Nazis. Have you seen the Korean War? The first one that would have fallen would have been that one. It would have been that one, and from there he would have kept going on with China. They couldn't even make it past the Manchukuo. Well, I honestly don't know, but about the military power of the Koreans, but Douglas MacArthur was going to separate Korea from China. He was going to drop the last bomb there to separate them, and once he isolated his enemies, he was going to finally separate Korea as a trench. I bet that you're also describing it as a trench. And there he would have gone through China unopposed, no problem. And the Soviet Union, out of the fear that would have caused, would have then cowered before that, and we would all have been happy. Fairy tale. There you go. Oh, debate. Welcome back, District. Yes. Well, District. The problem is that you don't see the full sequence. Then, if you stayed, we could have kept talking about space, but with Pillow instead, we the debate is fired up, at an accelerated rate like the expansion of the universe. No way the Politburo with Stalin in power would. Yes, they would have. They would have done it because the third fat man, the third bomb that was to separate Korea from China, the third fat man would have been much more brutal than the other two, and they would have known that they had no chance against the United States, because they would have seen what happened to China. It would have been a demonstration. And then, let's not forget the contribution of General Patton, that already had knowledge of all of the European battlefield. What do we do with Patton? He had stopped the fascists right in their faces. You don't think that he could have kept going with MacArthur on his back, trying to adding the great strength of separating China from North Korea, especially right before his death, when he suddenly got, well, I cannot say that word, with the intention of ceasing to exist, let's say. Stalin had all the cards. He had 12 bombs by then, which the Americans did not know until 1965. Pillow, I must tell you something. You underestimate the United States a lot, I think, but above it, you underestimate the spies of the United States. You underestimate the spies. The spies are the key to a lot of your answers. The spies. You underestimate communism. No, I know perfectly how it is. I know perfectly how it is. My country has lived it for 70 years. Not with a direct invasion, but an internal invasion from the Cuban dictatorship and everything, backed by the Soviet Union, of course, and etc. So yes, pretty much, I've seen them. And as for underestimating them, I don't. That's why I would have gone for separating China from North Korea. But what about the Nagger? The Nagger, what's the Nagger? Another bomb that they had, like the Tsar bomb and those things, and etc. I've already told you, we really never knew and don't know the full arsenal of the United States. It's all like secret. No Stalin, Molotov. What do you mean, Molotov? Kamienev. And what about the end? What's the end? The end. What do you mean, Patrick? Another... The end. Well, I mean, what leader is that one? I think I know what he means. Patrick, please. No, I've already told you. If Good Eraser gets banned, you will all cry then, huh? Then you will all cry. If I get banned, everyone would cry. Even you, Pillow. Deep inside, you know it. You would all cry. In anguish. If Eraser gets banned, you all cry then. No end. Not the Nagger. I filtered enough to not get banned. Okay. Yeah, no. The thing is that it's not. I would give you my account, then you can stream. No, Patrick, it doesn't work like that, and it doesn't work the other way. It's not that you get banned. The one that gets banned, it's me. Twitch doesn't care about you individually saying it. It cares about me not punishing those behaviors, because they can spot that then I am conservative. And Obama, precisely, Obama ensured to also destroy freedom of expression, and he completely destroyed, tried to completely destroy freedom of expression, and left a legacy that Biden continued to silence people like me. So they don't care about you saying it individually. They care about me not punishing it to identify me as a conservative. And indeed, because of that, even if you give me your account, it wouldn't be an affiliate account like mine. Get a room, fuck Russia, buy it. Okay, buy pillow, but as I told Patrick, the point of, well, the point of Russia, well, you do have a point, 100%. The point of get a room, and the other one about having indiscriminate relationships in a society, as I told before to Patrick. When you give the point of Russia is the to okay, they are the three related. Getting a room, the part of intercourse, and Russia. I see. I see. Otherwise, I was about to say my usual boring uh, uh, discussion that when you have a society in which you encourage people to give the most precious thing they have, which are their genetics, so easily it speaks about lack of love for themselves. But if it's about the communism, well, not the population, but yes, the terrible communist regime, I'd rather have you any day instead of the communists from Hassan or whatever. Instead of all of those communists. From the comfort of the US or Europe, in that sense. That's the point that is the worst. Oh well. I would give you my account and then you can stream on it, says Patrick. It doesn't work like that, Patrick. My face would be banned. You don't understand how it works. I wouldn't be able to stream. Any account in which I did that, it would be, as long as my face, would you date if she is realistic philosopher? I already replied to that question, Patrick. You did it to me long ago. You did it to me long ago. As I told you, my personal preference, just like the person can say that I am absolutely disgusting, I guess, because I don't move or for whatever other reason, my personal preference, as I have always told you, is either British, Irish, Scottish, or anything that is Anglophile, or the United States, anything that derives from an Anglo-Saxon. Why? Because it's my personal preference, because I admire English, because it was the language I learned when I was 7 years old. And it's my personal preference and right to pick whatever I like. And just like that, the person can pick another one, I would pick that one. This game has been good for Halloween. You hate Obama. You wouldn't think... I see you're... No. It's not because... No, but Patrick, I didn't say that I don't like Obama because of that. I don't like Obama because of the fact that he instilled in a portion of the population, he was at least the executor of the population, of the idea on the population that children should hate their parents. It's not because of what you are mentioning. It's because of the ideas that he forced upon the population, destroying freedom of expression. It's not because of that. It's because of the specific thing that I'm telling you.